And hello fellow Tanker Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks, and today we are back in a Cold War mode. I am actually platooned with Freddy FMB, and it is a tier 1 matchup in Cold War mode, but we are top tier in this matchup, and I am in M48 Platoon version of Cold War, and I don't remember what Freddy is in, but he is in Premium Russian Tank. What Russian tank is he in? I don't remember. It'll come to me sooner rather than later. Anyway, and we're on map Fredvang. And if you guys seen my videos on map Fredvang, me and Freddy both, we're going to get ourselves into that position at D8 or D7, which is on top of the hill. It's a quite viable position, and we're going to have a nice game. This is a viable platoon play because usually the opposing team will push that location. At least you'll have multiple tanks on that location. So in this situation, both of us can actually come up or get up into that location. And 2 tanks is obviously better than having 1 tank over there, right? And as you notice here, there's only 2 of us actually climbing this hill at the moment. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to get ourselves up there. We get spotted here. And I think it will be M46 on this side. Yeah, so we're going to put a shell into him. He gives us early shot of damage right there. We spot another guy over there as well, but we're going to concentrate our fire on this M46. And yeah, we're going to keep firing at this guy. So that's quite nice. Early shots of damage from this position. I guess they were trying to catch whoever is crossing up the hill. Oh, by the way, Freddy is T54. So he's not in a premium tank. He's actually in a tech tree T54. Regardless, I get shot in the ass over here. And then I realize, oops, there's these guys on top of the hill over there. So we're going to try to put some shells into them. So we're going to put a shell into this guy. And we're going to try to hit this guy. Unfortunately, we can't find a shot. And yeah, so we are versus platoon of Noob R. I think these are guys that are quite experienced in the game because I've seen them many times in the past. So I kind of know that clan. So we knew at some point we're going to have to face them. At the same time, we're going to utilize our gun depression. This tank has beautiful turret, and with that gun depression you can actually cause some real damage, especially against M46s. You'll be able to do some damage easy because you can pretty much pen them anywhere. But you gotta be mindful too, M46s have pretty good heat rounds that can go through cheeks of your turret as well as your cupola, so yeah, you gotta be careful about that. That's why you can see me moving here. And that blind shot kills this guy and takes him out of the game. So quite nice start to the game, as you can see. And now this is what this position allows you to do. Basically, you have tanks that like going into A0 area. So you can actually poke your turret from around the rock over here. And you can have some shots into these guys. Although those rocks make it difficult to hit these guys and get the proper gun depression. So yeah, we're going to struggle trying to get our gun down over here, but here we do, and we put the shell into this guy. We get shot from the opposite side by this M46. He's still alive over here, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to pay attention to him eventually. And I think I told Freddy at that point, we got to watch that guy over there. But yeah, it definitely works to our advantage because the flag, as you noticed in this game, it's an encounter match. The flag is at B9. So basically this position will help us support our teammates that are down the bottom, right? It will help us win this side of the field, but we're going to have to be mindful because eventually the opposition team will come from the middle and they'll try to take us out of the game. So we spot one of the Noob R guys right here. So we put a shell into him. He's an M48 and he's not moving. Not sure why he's not moving. I guess he's hiding from somebody else he's shooting, but he's not paying attention to us, so we're going to put some freebies into him right here. Let's put 3 easy shells into him. Can we put the 4th one in? No, he decided to move. Unfortunately, we missed that shot at the end. But now we have to be cautious, both me and Freddy, because the opposing team is going to be coming from the central location. They're probably going to be coming from E6, E7 area. As you notice here, this guy is already here. So at this point I told Freddy, look, I think I'm going to need some help with this guy. because I have less HP, so he's probably going to be able to take me out. And Freddy's going to turn around and help me. And that's the advantage of platoons or platoon play, because, you know, if you have a friendly with higher HP, you can ask him to help out in certain situations, so you don't have to take hits. But in this situation, it seems like these guys are focusing me anyway. So we're going to back off a little bit here. We'll let Freddy take forward position. But all of a sudden, I get hit from the left side as well. And this guy's coming up here. So we're going to try to play it really cautious, because we are one shot at this point in time. And I don't want to die yet. So once he switches attention to Freddy, I'm going to climb up here and we're going to take him out of the game. Just like that. So we took the very important platoon out of the game. We cleaned up the hill right here. And now we can focus our attention to the guys that are on the bottom. And that's exactly what we're going to do. Just checking them up at the moment, making sure that I'm making a correct decision here as to what to do next. And at this point I realized, okay, these guys are probably isolated. I'm going to have some shots of damage right here. So I'm going to go after this M47. I'm going to put a shell into him. And he started paying attention to us right now. But I didn't realize he's got a smaller gun, because his reload is much faster. And luckily he doesn't take me out of the game. Now we switch attention to this T-54. We should be able to take him out of the game. Can we put a shell into him? Yes, we can. And now we'll switch our attention to this M47. But again, I don't want to die here yet. So Freddy had enough HP to go forward and take the hit for me if he needed to, but he didn't need to. And now we're going to concentrate our fire on the last guy. That's currently at, what, A9 right there. So I decided to go back on top of the hill because I have best shots right here. So we're going to put some shells into him. And we should be able to take him out of the game. So quite a nice game. And M48 actually combined damage is quite fantastic. Anyway, let's take a look at the post-game stats and see how we did. So obviously it's a victory. We finished in top spot. We had 5 kills, 6.2k damage. We finished with 1790 base XP. Freddy finished in second spot right behind me. But most important was his help and how he helped me deal with the platoon of M48s, trying to get rid of them. So at the end of the day, we finished with 9.5 combined damage, since we have 3.3k assisted damage as well. It's a fantastic result for this tank. And again, a very viable platoon play on this map. Both Freddy and I finished top 2, 1 and 2. That's what you want to see if you're in a platoon. Okay, let's now skip to the second game of the evening. And second game is also in my M48 in Cold War mode on map Kasserine. And what we're going to do in this game is we're going to show you viable platoon play as well. But this one is going to be a little bit different, because I'm going to get into position C4 and I'm going to be providing spots for my team, and especially for Freddy. And Freddy's going to get himself set up somewhere in position A4, if I remember, or A5, something of that nature. So I'm going to be trying to spot, and he's going to try to shoot whatever I spot. Now I'm going to get a little bit over aggressive here, and it's possible that if you're just by yourself in this position where I'm going to go to, is that you're going to get crowded and taken out of the game, especially since if the opposition can get lower into the ravine, into that corridor, they will be able to easily just take you out of the game if you don't have anyone to support you. And that's going to be the situation here, because I was hoping that maybe one of the greenies is going to come with me here, but none of them decided to come here. And as you notice, all of them set up at A5, including Freddy. So we have a lot of snipers there, which is great. But like I said, one disadvantage is that once I spot these guys here, they might just rush me and take me out of the game. Now in this game, it did not happen. And you will see what happens here. We have our first customer right there, so we're going to put a shell into him. And this position is great because you can still utilize your gun depression, so you don't overexpose your tank that much at all while you're firing. And at the same time, you're spotting all these guys that are coming into this side of the map. As you can see, my spotting damage is growing already. The number is increasing. We've already spotted a few customers right here. But we're going to keep on poking out here. And these guys are not being very smart because, first of all, I'm playing hold down, so it's extremely difficult for them to pen me. Also, because they're overexposing and way overexposing over that hill. My friendlies have shots at them, including Freddy. So, like this guy here. Actually, this guy is playing it okay because he's behind the rock. So he is at least isolating himself to the fire from my tank instead of my friendlies. But still, I could see his bottom plate easy. And I'm easily able to put shells into him just like this guy as well. So I'm going to continue doing the same thing because I'm not getting rushed. As you can see, there are so many of the opposition tanks that are coming through here. So we're going to just feast here as long as we can. This guy's crossing here. We're going to put a shell into him. And we're going to continue doing the same thing. Now, once no one's contesting us in this location, we're going to switch our position slightly, as you notice right here. I'm just going to try to come from the side and put some shells into these guys' sides. And that's what I was hoping here. They decided to push still, regardless. Like this guy, so we're just going to put a shell into him. And we're in a position that no one else can really shoot at us because we're kind of on the lower ground right here, so no one can shoot us from the left. And we're going to poke over and just shoot these guys because they're not paying attention to us. So we're going to put a shell into this guy. And now he starts paying attention to us. Am I going to challenge this? I don't remember. No, I didn't because I noticed that I have shot at the T-44A, so I didn't want to lose my HP right here by him hitting me. But he's paying attention to me. Here he puts a shell into me. Unfortunately, he puts a damaging shot into me, but I was willing to take that hit at this time. I just wanted to get more damage right here. Plus, we need to clean this site as quickly as we can. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put a shell into this guy. And see, at this point, as you notice, we're winning this game quite comfortably. This should be closing time. But unfortunately, we lost the other side of the map. So we're going to have to pay attention to that. And this is where Freddy tells me, dude, there are like 3 versus 1 tank on the other side of the map. We're going to have to turn around and go. And I basically said, okay, I'm just going to try to clean these couple guys here. And then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to try to help him defend. But I don't want to lose any HP in the process still. This guy's just a one shot. But he doesn't give me a good shot. So we're being really cautious right here. Really want to take that M48 out of the game right here. So we got to clean this side. We cannot leave these guys here. Because once we drop into the middle, they'll be on our backs. And they'll be putting shells into our backs. So last thing I want is someone putting shells into my behind when I'm falling back. So I'm willing to take that hit to approach this guy. But now he's going to start running. He sees 3 tanks coming after him. But once we clean this side of the map, it should be easy peasy. Then the question is, are my friendlies paying attention to these guys that are going back to try to cap us out? So here I was telling Freddy, you know what? I want to go back. But this T-44 cuts me off. I didn't want to lose my speed at this moment. I thought I was going to be able to be faster than him and go in front of him. Unfortunately, I nick him a little bit. He's faster than me. So now we're going to turn around here. And we're going to try to go up and help Freddy. Because there's one tank on our base that's AFK at the moment. And there are at least 2 of the enemy tanks right there capping out. The cap is really short here. I don't know why it's so short. But it looks like a little over 1 minute. So this guy gets taken out right here. And now we can get back. Only 30 seconds left for the enemy team to cap this out. That would be quite a disaster if we cannot win this game. I'm hoping Freddy can reset here. And he does. But still, only 25 seconds. I'm looking for a shot. I can't find a shot. We're going to have to push in hard right here and engage them. Currently, 2 of them capping. I'm going to try to see if I can approach them from this side. Our friendly gets annihilated. But I'm just going to go in right here. I'm going to put a shell into the spot. We take him out of the game. T-55-8 is isolated right now. So this will be just juicy damage for me right there. All of our friendlies are basically paying attention to him. He's going to be taken out in no time. He gets annihilated right there. And now we're going to look for a final kill. See if we can prep our damage number just a little bit. And we find this guy right there. We're going to put a shell into him. I don't care if I take a hit right here. He tracks me anyway. And he shows his beautiful side right there. Can we put a shot onto him? Yes, we can. And we take him out of the game to secure the win for the team. What seemed to be an easy game, an easy win at one point, it turned out to be a little bit more complex later on because of the enemy team trying to cap. Anyway, we finished with fantastic game again. Both of us, me and Freddy, look at those results. I finished with 5 kills, 6,000 damage. Freddy finished with 4 kills, almost 6,000 damage as well. So we had 9 kills between each one of us. I managed to make 234,000 credits with this tank. This tank makes quite nice silver, to be honest. You don't need a premium tank at this tier. Again, finished with 6,000 damage. Also 3.2k assisted damage, which brings the total to about 9.3k combined damage. Both Freddy and I finished 1-2 on top of the team with 9 kills and 12k combined damage. Spectacular game for both of us. We pretty much carried the entire team, to be honest, when you look at that result. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and some tips on the Platoon play. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking, Space Bandit, checking out.